Great. Now here is the attendees, presenters for today. We have 4 universities. I will be presenting them as well in a moment. But before that, who is behind today's session? This is my German university. Really briefly, Germany's database of English to study program. So if you want to study computer science in English or partially in English, then you're welcome to use this database to filter for programs. If you want to know more about general topics like, I don't know, visa, uni assist, cost of living, and so on and so forth, feel free to check out our articles. They are really informative, worth your attention, and most importantly, written by internationals who know what are the pain points, and we try to address those in the articles. So it's not just a copy paste or summary of well-known information. And finally, to stay connected and interact also with you, these webinars exist. Today you are attending subject webinar, but in case you have more questions about how to open an account on UniAssist or on blocked account, then we have also broader topics which you can register from our platform. And again, it's free of charge. And of course, this brilliant team, which makes everything possible from different countries. Everybody has experience of living, studying in Germany, so we try to share that with you. Of course, we also have German team members who then show the correct German view on different topics, and then we try to then harmonize the information for you. To introduce you to Iman Awad, who will talk about Master in Science, Autonomous Systems from Hochschule Bonn-Rhein-Sieg. And yeah, she also has a team member, but who will be also answering your questions in Q&A. So feel free to start posting them right now.
Thank you so much for the introduction. I'll just share my screen very quickly. There we go. All right, so I hope this is, as you can all see everything. Thank you very much. So thank you for this introduction. Hello, everyone. For the English speakers, English-speaking Master Program in Autonomous Systems, Alex and I are study advisors and coordinators, and this is, I guess you call them coordinators in Germany. We're also researchers within our groups. Alex has obtained his PhD recently, and we are both alumni of this group. So we both finished this master's program and continued on to other things. And we're here to answer any questions you may have. As you can see on the map, we're really very central in Europe, close to Holland, Belgium, France, you name it. It's very easy to get around, and that's also a nice part of the student life. So the Autonomous Systems group, we actually conduct lots of cutting-edge interdisciplinary research, and the main idea focuses on human-centered robotics in dynamic environments, and what kind of intelligence do we need to really enable autonomy, right? To have this autonomous behavior that we really want. And basically to do that, we work on explainable, adaptable, dependable systems that are safe and trustworthy as well, right? And for that, obviously you need the intelligence. So it is a 2-year program, so 4 semesters. And just in case you're not completely familiar with the German system, the whole year is split up into 2 semesters. So 6 months and 6 months. This is very different than elsewhere in the world. But only a portion of those 6 months are a lecture period, and the rest of it is lecture free. And for us, you basically do take a full 2 years. It is a master's by research. And this is because at least half of your credits are obtained through electives and hands-on projects, like an R&D project, master's thesis projects, and so on. Right. It is Europe's premier program. So we started in the winter semester 2002, 2003. There weren't any master's programs in autonomous systems or intelligent robotics and so on. I like to say the proof is in the pudding. So when you see here, these are some of the places that our alumni have gone on to work or to pursue PhDs and other research institutes as well. Yeah, we're pretty proud of all of them. Yeah, you'll notice some companies that you may be quite familiar with. On the side here, you see the universities and research institutes. It's also quite extensive. These are 2 of our professors that you see highlighted here. They're not our professors. Tina Hassan was an alumnus. She is currently, after lots of years, now a professor within the program that she graduated from. Ronnie Hatanto was one of our first graduates. He is also a professor elsewhere, but we have plenty of people, Anastasia Kustenmacher or Alex or Beatrice, Ronnie, all of these people, both in industry, at research institutes, and also in academia, if that is your choice. And on the website, you will find lots of alumni testimonials. So people working on the NASA lunar rover and such, they're all over the place. And so to go a little bit deeper, this is what your 2 years worth of your life would look like. You have the first semester where you have compulsory courses. All of the ones in the first semester are considered compulsory. The color coding is because the ones in blue are more seminars. And then you have the practicals in slight purplish color, and you choose electives. So in the second and third semesters, these are just the kinds of courses you'd be taking. These are examples of the electives that are offered, but you basically fill them in there. And then you have your R&D project, and then your master's thesis project and the colloquium. And here on the side, you see as the case for this German semester structure that you may not be familiar with. All right, so these are some of the electives that you can choose. Obviously not all of them, but all of these are electives that are regularly offered, I would say. So it's very interesting because we are also, the program is also offered as part of a cooperation. So we have the BIT Foundation, and the BIT Foundation is made up of our university, the University of Applied Sciences, 𝘗𝘢𝘪𝘥𝘷𝘦𝘳𝘴𝘪𝘆. You have the University of Bonn, RWTH Aachen, which is one of, again, the leading universities in Germany, and the Fraunhofer Institutes. And the Fraunhofer Institutes, we're extremely privileged because they are Europe's largest applied research institute, right? In terms of money, in terms of in number of employees and all of this research grants. And so we are really very, very lucky that you have these 3 great universities partnering with the Fraunhofer Institute. And what this means is when you conduct your R&D project, your master's thesis project, you can very often do this in the context of a larger project within one of these Fraunhofer Institutes. These are some sample R&Ds and master's thesis projects, just to give you an idea. Your work week might look something like this, right? And in terms of other opportunities for research outside of just the Fraunhofer Institutes, we have a great track record there as well. We've got plenty of really high-profile research projects, whether these are EU projects or it's nice because you get to travel and you have partners from all over the EU, but also national projects and so on and so forth. You get the opportunity really to work with state-of-the-art robots. We also recently acquired a new Pepper robot and a few others that you won't see here. We're also very, 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 very proud to be home of the BitBots, and this is a RoboCup team. RoboCup is a world championship with many different leagues, and we participated in soccer mid-size league. Currently, we participate in domestic service. So domestic service robots, so the at-home league, serving drinks, putting away groceries, helping around the house, and also the at-work league, which is more of a logistical factory setting type of thing. And we've been world champions in both leagues, most recently in the at-work league. Right? And the German Open is something we participate in regularly. And it's really very, very, very nice because not only do you get to work with your colleagues here and you get to work with cool robots doing cool things, but you also get to meet a lot of great colleagues from around the world who are also participating. All right, so other than that, it is preparation for whatever kind of career you want in the future, whether it's at a research institute or in industry with a private company or in academia with a PhD and so on. And again, the fact that it's multidisciplinary, this kind of education really enhances your skills and knowledge. And currently, I think this is what most of the world's employers are looking for. So some extra perks that you can take advantage of. You can spend a semester abroad. We have double degree programs with Canada as well, for example. So you can actually spend 1 year here with us, another year in the University of New Brunswick in Canada, and get 2 degrees, one from us and one from them. We have lots of guest lecturers that come and stay for a semester regularly and so on. And we also have, this idea of running your R&Ds and your thesis projects in projects. We're very lucky in that we also offer mentoring. Our class size is not that big at all. It's usually less than 20 people, maybe 15 usually. Sometimes it's a little bit more, but we aim for smaller class sizes, and that not just enables a better learning opportunity within the classes, but also for mentoring. So if you need help, whether it's with personal stuff or academia or anything, we have a one-on-one mentoring process. We have study buddies where volunteers from our current student will be there to answer your questions as newly admitted students, and so on and so forth, help you make the move smoothly as possible. Yeah, really, really quality faculty and staff is what I was just mentioning. And obviously we are internationally accredited. You can study in English. There's no German required. You do need English language proficiency. And it's nice to be able to live in a foreign country that speaks one language and study in a language that you're comfortable with. So this is really quite the bonus. And obviously we have a language center, and they do offer not just German, but all sorts of other languages. If you're interested in learning, Chinese or Arabic or anything else, they do offer it, Italian, you name it. And again, as with the other universities we've seen today, there is a semester fee of around 300 euros, nothing extra for international students. And it does include your semester ticket, which allows you free public transportation throughout 𝘱𝘱𝘳𝘃, throughout this state that we're in. A little bit more about the region that we're in. It's really very special. The weather is very nice. Bonn is in a valley, so it stays quite temperate, where some places it might be very, very cold in the winter. Here it really remains quite nice, quite comfortable. It's very easy to get different places. And obviously, when I say it's 3 hours to Paris, this is likely by train. Same to Berlin. 50 minutes to Berlin is by plane. So just a caveat. You could probably have guessed that yourself. But no, it's a very nice place and very international. So we are the headquarters of Deutsche Telekom, Deutsche Post, and quite a lot of UN secretariats have their headquarters in Bonn. So it's a lovely, lovely place to be. I have here some photos taken by one of our one of our alumni. He's definitely long graduated by now, but you see they started off lots of group photos, and then you can see the time he joined us in the winter semester 2019. Yes, Corona came, and very slowly you start to see the photos become a little bit more solitary, but thankfully you can go back and do a lot of these things in big groups now, whether it's the Christmas markets, Cologne, Düsseldorf, Bonn, and our area. The nature, we are home to the 𝘱𝘢𝘷𝘦𝘳𝘴𝘪𝘱. So like most big cities like Rome, we also have 7 hills. It's a fantastic place to go hiking and such. So I can only highly recommend Bonn as a place to be. I've been here for a very, very long time myself. So as I mentioned, the Language Center does offer the courses. And a little bit about the university. We have 3 campuses, soon to be 4. We have 5 departments as far as I'm aware. We're somewhat international. I think all the departments, quite a few of the departments have their own English language master's programs. And that's very nice, because then you have also a chance to connect across departments. I'll say something about the application process. This is probably of interest, and I've been following the chats and the Q&A, and this is clearly something of interest. So we do have around 25 places. We try and perhaps not fill them all, but we take students in, not just in the winter semester, which starts in September, but also in the summer semester, which actually starts in March in Germany. Okay, and basically what we need is a first degree where at least 50% is computer science content. So we need to make sure that you have everything it takes to succeed. And so we want to make sure you have enough math in front of, enough computer science in terms of algorithms and data structures, programming language, that kind of thing. So that's one requirement. Another requirement is that you can show that you have a GPA of at least 2.5 in the German scale. And there is something called the Bavarian formula, and you'll find calculators online across the web where you can actually enter the values for your system of education, and it will automatically do the translation. But basically in Germany, a 1 is an excellent, an A, and a 5 is a fail. And so to convert it, you use this Bavarian formula, and we would require a score of 2.5 or less. So between 1 and 2.5. And in terms of English language proficiency, we need a B2+, so IELTS 6.5 and above. There are exceptions. I'm happy to go into them, and you'll find also this list and this information available online. The kinds of documents that you would need to prepare are your degree. where we can check your transcript, right? Make sure you have enough computer science content, your CV, which you should use to highlight any kind of extracurricular or work experience that has to do with robotics or computer science or anything of the like, and a letter of motivation that really explains why you want to study autonomous systems, so that we can make sure that we are the right address for what you have in mind, right? And proof of English language proficiency, obviously, of course, right? So these are really important things to keep in mind when you're talking about whether to apply with us or not. As I mentioned, the application process, you have the winter semester starting September 1, summer semester starts in March 1st. And if you need a visa, you obviously need more time. And so, for example, right now, you wouldn't be able to apply to any of our semesters, upcoming semesters, but November 15th is when the applications for winter semester 2025 start. So from November 15 to January 15, you can apply to start school in September 2025, right? The application for next summer, March 1st, 2025, this is already closed in July, and we're sending out notifications this week, hopefully. All right. So this is what it would look like. You have the semester before, and you start to apply from November to January. And then from May to July, you apply for the summer semester, and then you start, right? So this is more or less how it works. And basically, we don't use UniAssist. It's a common question that we get. Instead, you go to our own application portal. Everything is done online. You can change at the very bottom the language. It's not at the top, so just scroll down to the bottom and click English, and it will be in English. And then you just choose application for master's degrees, and you'll find the Autonomous Systems program there. And you'll see a number of things. Obviously, if you do require a visa, you're only eligible to apply for particular ones, but then it should be fine. And you obviously do need to create an account. And the benefit of having this is that you simply apply online. You don't send any documents. When your application is reviewed, if you're admitted, then you can send in the paper documents and all of this, including proof of English language proficiency. That can come after the admission, but you do have a set amount of time in which to submit it. This is what the workflow would look like. You've been admitted, you post in your documents, and then you get your final letter of enrollment unconditional because all the documents have been proofed and everything is okay. And you use that then to set up a visa appointment at the embassy and to continue with your visa process. Then you enroll online and you come here, right? And basically funding, we don't offer scholarships ourselves, but there are a couple of places where you can search for scholarships on our pages. A lot of them mean that you need to be here already and studying, but these are available. In terms of jobs, it's harder, so our professors won't offer anybody a job until their second semester, when they can make sure that they're doing well enough where nothing will endanger their own studies. I'm wrapping up. We're a pretty cool place to be. It's 2 years of your life. It's not a short amount of time. I think we're probably the nicest program at our university. We have a lot of great students, a lot of great faculty, and we have a great amount of fun throughout. And I hope to see you guys here with us as well. Some final websites that may be of interest to you. And yeah, do you have any questions? That's it. Thank you very much. I think I'm on time, don't I?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much, Iman.
Thank you very much.
Dear attendees, because I've been posting a lot of links recently, just to tell you. Of course, the program links are in chat. The program flyer is also in chat, GPA calculators and scholarships, but it's more articles. So if you want to know more about scholarships, you can even find country-specific ones. Also, thank you very much, Alex, for taking so many questions. Yeah, board is all clean already. Thank you. And now, last but not least, of course, Dr. Maximilian Bauer, who will be talking about another master's level program in scientific computing from University of Bayreuth. So I will stop my screen share, and then you are welcome to take over.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. I will also share my screen, and then I guess we can go with a small presentation. Yeah, thank you for having our program here. So I want to introduce to you the International Elite Graduate Program in Scientific Computing. So this is a bit of a more different different program than just the pure computer science program. We are a quite interdisciplinary program, which is located between mathematics and computer science and the application fields. But I will come to this later. A special point is that we are part of the elite network of Bavaria, and our program is also especially supported by the elite network of Bavaria. So at first, I want to give you a small motivation, small program concept. So in today's research and design philosophy, this research and development would not be possible without numerical simulation. And simulation always has to be more and more accurate, or the geometry is more and more precise or more complex. And of course, there are more and more new phenomena which arise in natural science and engineering. So for example, models with uncertain data, parameter dependent problems, and so on. So there's more and more need for numerical methods, and the numerical methods have to keep up with them. Or for example, you have the field of big data and machine learning. So, and in the past days at university, only these things were only little taken into account, these developments. So our program aims to the education of these methods, or they take these fundamental methods and want to bring them to this newer level, including the scientific computing. So we want to include high performance computing, parallel computing, to get more and more efficient numerical methods out of it. And of course, our program wants to have some kind of knowledge transfer over the whole field, over all the application areas or topics. So the aims is that we want to offer a specialized master degree program, and this aim is for the simulation of complex problems which arise in natural sciences or engineering. This is mainly focused on partial differential equations, integral equations, or on the statistical data analysis, which is more important in nowadays industry. So, and of course, we want to have a mathematical core of the problem. We want to see how complex the problem is, and then we want to try to get a lower complexity out of it when we develop algorithms on parallel computers in order to get them solved much faster. Of course, this is an interdisciplinary approach, and there will be many interdisciplinary applications there. What our advantages are of the program is that the students get early contact with research and industry. We are kind of a research-oriented program. I will come to that point later, what I mean with this. And our program prepares for a doctorate or for a PhD program. So it's actually possible with our program to do some kind of a fast-track PhD program. So how we want to achieve this is our program is built up onto three main fields. One main field is the computer science, the other is the numerical and applied mathematics, and the third line is the physics, biochemistry, engineering, so the field of applications. Here you can see a few of the professors of the university which are working actually in these fields. And then we jump directly into the program structure. So our program requires an application, and you can apply for this program with a bachelor degree in mathematics, computer science, physics, or engineering science. And there will be a qualifying examination for it. So our application procedure or our selection procedure will happen in a few phases. So the first is to check the formal and subject-related admission requirements, and then there will be an aptitude or assessment of the whole application, and then might come an interview as well. So once you did this step, you go into the three lines: the numerical mathematics, modeling, simulation, or high performance computing. So this overall field of scientific computing, and this is where you study, and this is all accompanied by guest lectures, summer schools, excursions, and soft skill seminars. And all these, and of course, internships are also a part of our program. All these is financially supported due to the fact that we get support from the elite network of Bavaria. And we highly want to motivate you to do a master's thesis in cooperation with international experts. This can either be in academia or this can either be in industry. And as I said, you can combine this with a fast-track PhD program that you can earlier start with your PhD phase. So in more detail, the 3 lines. So what we start with is to build a common mathematical foundation. This is one ground building procedure, because we're having so many different fields of backgrounds here. So we need to have some kind of common framework, and this will be done in these 2 lectures. And then you can really go into your interests. So for example, in the field of scientific computing, where you have different things which you can tackle, for example, fast methods or multi-scale problems, or then you go in this data analytics and certainly quantification direction. Then in the modeling and simulation area, there are many elective modules you can choose, and you can do an industrial internship, and one of the core concepts will be the modeling seminar. And in the high performance computing part, you can do those things like algorithm and data structures, parallel distributed systems, HPC, and parallel algorithms. And you all deepen this in a practical course. And this practical course is about 2 weeks, a block course structure, say it like this. You will do 6 to 8 hours per day for 2 weeks, learn how you deepen the knowledge of these HPC courses you've done so far, and you will also learn how you access cluster PCs, cluster computers, because in our program we have an exclusive access to a cluster computer as well. So one of the core features is the so-called modeling seminar, and each year so-called modeling seminar is conducted. This is usually outside of the university, but the structure is a bit different than this just 1 week here. So you actually work for 3 months on one project, which is directly coming from industry. So these are problems from natural science, engineering, computer science. For example, we have projects on robotics, we have projects on Industry 4.0 and so on. So, and the students should learn how to use their knowledge according to these real-world problems. And this is also here for you as an inspiration for your own research subject, or to see how industry works, and also to transfer the knowledge between industry and university even better. The next key concept is the so-called mentoring concept. In the first year, students choose a mentor. The mentor can advise the students, help them to plan the studies, and to give them advices. And this is also then checked in the so-called status seminar, which is also conducted every year. And here students among each other will give a report on their status of the seminar, on the status of the studies. And there will be also a weekly special tutorial where questions of every matter can be asked. So we are a program which has partners all over the world. So for example, here a few are in the surroundings of the University of Bayreuth. Here a few like the German Aerospace Center or Max Planck Institute. In Germany, a few institutes. Then in Europe, a few professors and institutes or universities, and also worldwide partners like the Institute of Computational Engineering and Sciences at the University of Texas. So yeah, Then a few important details. Our program requires an admission, an application. So you can apply with a with a bachelor's degree in mathematics, computer science, physics, or engineering sciences, and your converted final grade has to be at least 1.9 or better. What you also have to bring with you is a sufficient knowledge in numerical mathematics of at least 16 credit points. This can be reduced to 6 credit points if you take an additional course according to numerical mathematics in your first year. We have also an English requirement of B2 here. The application documents have to include a cover letter in English and a personal data sheet, for example, this will be your CV. And you have to give us the bachelor's degree certificate, including your transcript, where we can check whether your numerical mathematics knowledge is enough or not. So you can also submit certificates of special qualifications. This will also get into the overall assessment of your application. And the deadlines are a bit different than to the other programs. So we start in the deadline for the winter term. So this is then if you start your semester in October, this is May 15. It starts on the 1st of March. And for the summer term, which starts in April, this is the 15th of November, which starts at the 1st of September. So if you want to prepare for the program, a few modules you can take or a few courses you can already consider is, for example, the knowledge in numerical mathematics. And then, of course, a few things like programming in a programming language like C, C++, or you can prepare with algorithm and data structures. So once you get an admission, you will get a lot of help arriving to Bayreuth. We have a special international office for this purpose. And here also, there's also a special department, which is called Welcome Services, which helps you to get settled in Bayreuth, to get to Bayreuth. And they also offer a few scholarships, but this is mostly when you are already here. So this starts from the 3rd semester on. But there are also jobs as student assistant available. So let me quickly summarize the program itself. So we offer an international master's degree program, which actually acts on the efficient numerical methods. And those efficient numerical methods are built up on HPC computing, parallel computing, algorithms, and the efficient usage of those things. And this is a specialized program with an interdisciplinary approach. And you get an early contact with research and industry, and even you are able to do a fast-track PhD program if you wish to. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for your introduction. Thank you for your attention.